Hey Chris, hi, I'm gonna show you how to download PowerISO so we can continue with the installation of Skyrim as you asked me to do. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna first download PowerISO, so you can open up the ISO files that are located in the download you downloaded for Skyrim. So here they are, ISO, and then you have this thing that you don't need, so forget about it, it doesn't matter. So these two end with ISO, so you need an ISO file opener. So we're going to go to Mozilla and Power ISO and search, and it should come up with poweriso.com. Here we go. And so here we have it. So you're going to click download, and depending on which system type you have, 32-bit or 64-bit, and you can figure that out by clicking the Start button, right-clicking on Computer, Properties, and right here, System Type, it should say either 64 or 32-bit. I have 32-bit, so I will download the 32-bit. I already have it downloaded, so I'm just going to go into my downloads to get it. So here it is, PowerISO 6. So you're going to run it. Here it's going to pop up. Okay, so follow this really carefully. So for the first one, click I agree. Skip. Custom. Do not have this checked. Next. I do not accept. Next. Install. But I'm not going to install because then I would have to restart my computer. Or here, I'll install it because I'll just restart it. So, right? Next. And then you're going to have, for sure, ISO checked. You can have all the others, so remove all and have ISO checked, or you could just select all. It doesn't matter, as long as ISO is checked. Do not have it auto start on boot up, and have a minimum of 1 drive, but I suggest taking 2 drives. And these two should be checked, and you should click close. So, and then it's going to say, oh, thank you for installing PowerISO, and we're going to be like, we don't care. So, I'm going to restart my computer, and we will continue with the installation process. So, just pause this, and I'll get back to Java. So, I didn't install, I didn't download, as you can see, the Skyrim. I'm 21.5%, and that's just, it's checked 99.9. So I don't have it actually downloaded, but I do have, on the other hand, downloaded different ISO files. So, here I have it in my downloads. I have, for example, here's what they would look like. They're not actual files. These are just things I made. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna right-click on the disk 1, PowerISO. So you're gonna go down to where it has PowerISO on the icon, and then from here you're gonna go down to Mount, and from here you're just gonna mount it to one of the drives. I'm gonna mount it onto drive E. Oh, sorry. Get it back. Drive E. God damn. So I just mounted it, right? Now, if you look over here, under computer, you have drive E, right here. Now you're just gonna go ahead and open it, and double click oh, that's the picture. You're gonna double click Skyrim Setup. Next. So I accept, next, blah blah blah, next, and next, install. So I don't have the file itself because I didn't actually download it. This was just a corrupt file. So I'm just going to abort because I know this is not going to work. So yeah, and then it should, in the middle, here I'll show you what it would look like if you did have it. You would, So you would have, for example, mounted it, pretend this is the Skyrim, so you mount it, and give it a sec, here, so this is not what we would see, but I'm just doing this, blah blah blah, don't pay attention, 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 blah 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 blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Okay, starting up here. Give it a sec. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Sorry. It's just a really big file, so it's gonna take a while. Oh, if you wanna, ooh, whoa, no. Sorry, that was my mistake. Well, I'll just explain. So once it says, finish with disk 1, please go to disk 2. Please insert disk 2. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your downloads once again. So, not my downloads. Go to downloads and find the scroll and Skyrim, and you're gonna click on right-click Skyrim Disk 2 and mount it like you did before on the same drive. Press on the same drive. Now, obviously, it's not gonna work for me, and my computer kind of lags because of that. Because I don't have the actual file downloaded completely. It's like there's nothing. It's just a placeholder. And and then you would do that, and then you go back to that installer and press OK to continue or whatever, and it'll continue installing it. And once it's done, it should guide you through the rest of the process if there is anything to go through. You don't need this. Forget about this. I think that's pretty much it. Damn it, come on, I was about to show you something. Once you have it, I know that you are having trouble moving it to your other computer. Notice, only the first disk is only 4.85 gigabytes or whatever, or whatnot. It could be even less, and you can compress that by right-clicking New Archive, and then going like that, and it's going to compress it and make it smaller. I don't know if you have WinRAR, but yeah, I suggest you get it because it's really good. And just Google WinRAR and download it. It's free. It would be smaller, and you can actually fit it onto a decent-sized flash drive, and you can move it in parts like that. So you can move the disk 1 compressed to your computer, and then delete it off your flash drive once it's in the other computer. Then put it back into the computer that has the files. Drag disk 2 that you're going to compress. So do the same thing with disk 2. Compress it, put it into your flash drive, move it to the other computer, extract it, and do everything there. And so that should be a good way to move the files, since I know you're having a little bit of trouble with that if you do or fixed it or whatever. But that's just a way to solve it. If you have any questions, send me a message, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So yeah, I'll hear from you.